What is up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. In this here 1996 Chevrolet Silverado. Real nervous. I've never done this with a live audience before, but hopefully I can get through it. Anyways, it's time for the mechanical update on my 96 K1500 5.7 liter Silverado. If you are a new viewer, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. This is one of my trucks, and like the other one, it's braking, and not in a good way. So let's go over it. But first, a little backstory on this truck. I was scouring the bane of my existence, which is Facebook Marketplace, and saw this thing and bought it for pretty much no good reason other than I liked it. And that's the backstory. I picked it up, we did a couple test drives in MPG loop, and I kind of dailied this truck for a while with zero issues. I thought we were in the clear. I thought we had an absolute beauty, which she is still a beauty, but something bad has been happening, and I'm not sure if I fixed it. I think I done fixed her, baby. Italian tune-up. So if you're like me and you own a vehicle, it has one of these really cool lights here. That's right, this little orange Johnny. And of course, as soon as I go to film the video, it's been off for a little bit. So let's go ahead and talk about what's wrong with the truck, and that's the wrong way, and why I have 3 spark plugs. That's right, it's a motor problem, but let me explain a little bit before we get to it. I bought the truck, it was great. No problems. I redid that whole K&N intake because it was garbage. Yeah, the intake, it was just leaking. The filter has holes, still has holes. I didn't replace that, but leaking. Redid that. We got a check engine light early on for an O2 sensor. Replaced that and it fixed it. And we were living in paradise, living lavish until the light came on again. And it was not a good code. I've been cruising around with this handy little OBD2 computer reader, so it gives me stats on the truck as it disappears. Come on, come back to life. Gives me stats on the truck because my coolant temp does not work as intended, but it also reads codes, and the code was a P0208, I believe, which, you guessed it, is a cylinder 8 misfire. Luckily on this truck, unlike the new one, cylinder 8 is kind of just tucked back in there. It's not absolutely impossible to get to, pretty open in this truck. So I pulled the cylinder 8 spark plug, and this is what I found. This is the cylinder 8 spark plug that I took out, that was in the truck when I bought it. And yes, that is covered in RTV and gasket maker. What the fuck? Yeah, so the guy before me, I guess, either stripped. Makes sense that he stripped the plug going in and it would not seat properly, and so instead of getting it fixed, he covered it in RTV and gasket maker. Stripped spark plug, not the end of the world. I figured I'm savvy enough, I can fix this. So went down to Napa and I got a spark plug thread chaser, which is essentially a sharp threaded insert that you kind of screw in. It's just got the threads on it, but they're sharp, so they cut in new threads. Sprayed that with grease, did the whole 9, did it the correct way, and tried to fix the threads for cylinder number 8. Now this is where things get fun. That chaser would not bottom out, so the threads were super screwed. And the answer for that is you gotta helicoil it, or drill it out, put a new insert in, the whole 9, which I can do, but this was in the peak of summer. I did not have any time, so to the shop it went. I figured it would be a simple and straightforward process. I was quoted a couple $100. I'm willing to sack that up. But judging by the fact that there's a new upper intake manifold on it, what else happened? Something else happened. During the process of the spark plug thread tap, a tool broke off into the piston of the truck, hence the passenger side head had to come off. It was not replaced. The head gasket was replaced, and in the process, excuse me, don't know if you could hear that cow. In the process of that, the upper intake manifold also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is a new passenger side head gasket and a new upper intake manifold. Also cracked. So there is upper intake manifold, a new cylinder 8 spark plug. One thing I forgot to mention is I also changed the fuel filter on the truck, which was basically hell. I took a gasoline bath. Back to the mechanical fun that happened. New upper intake manifold, new head gasket, new spark plug, and the truck is still having a cylinder 8 misfire. The misfire on the truck did only seem to be at idle though. According to the shop, they hooked up the computer and tested it. As soon as it is under load, it stops misfiring. So if you're stopped at a stoplight, stop sign, or letting the truck warm up is when it's the worst. But on the highway and normal driving, you cannot tell that it misfires, which is interesting. But I think I may have fixed it in the good old-fashioned seafoam and Italian tune-up way.
Nope.
While the truck was in the shop, I also had them do a compression and leak down test. And pretty much every cylinder is low in compression on this truck. It is 30 years old and has 190,000 miles. And the leak down test indicated that we are blowing by the piston. It's not on the intake or exhaust valves, so that's not good. I don't know, because it flashes the check engine light now, which is a severe misfire, and it never did that before, even when I was dealing with the spark plug. So there's a chance that when I used my spark plug chaser, I didn't do a good enough job. I didn't blow it out. I was pretty negligent. It's not an expensive truck. That I did get some crap down in there in the cylinder ring, causing problems. But it's got low compression all around, and leak down test was not good. But I've been dumping bottles of seafoam into this thing and driving it hard in an effort to maybe make it fix itself, which I think it has. Did the Italian tune-up, which if you don't know what an Italian tune-up is, pretty much just floor it everywhere and drive it hard, and a bunch of high mileage seafoam, because I think it might be an injector that is causing this problem, because it flashes the check engine light. It flashes the check engine light, which means there's excess fuel being dumped into the catalytic converter. So if the injector is not working correctly, then the fuel's not spraying correctly, and I think that might be the problem. How I messed that up doing all this stuff, I don't know. It's all speculation, but let's jump in the truck. So here we are in the truck getting absolutely blasted by flies from these damn cows, but let's start her up. I'm gonna roll my window up and turn this thing into a sweatshop. So if you notice, the check engine light is gone. And if I go here and scan, I have no codes on the truck currently, and we're idling. So what exactly is going on? But prior to the check engine light, the truck was starting to shake when it was idling, but I wasn't getting a check engine light, but it would shake. It would, boo, 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 while I was at a stoplight. And that continued to get worse throughout the spark plug problem. And now the truck doesn't shake, and it's been progressively getting better, it seems. It will still turn the check engine light on sometimes, but it's getting more and more intermittent, and it'll clear itself too, which means the computer has gone through enough cycles to not detect a misfire anymore. So it went from flashing all the time at idle to sometimes coming on and turning itself off to, as of now, being off for a couple, 3 or 4 days, I would say. Now that check engine light really does piss me off, but I'm gonna let the truck idle here for a little bit to see if it will in fact start throwing its severe misfire, which is flash. But the truck doesn't shake anymore. Occasionally it shakes, but it's not shaking like it used to, which was indicating a misfire. And that check engine light does drive me so dang crazy that this is the longest I have ever let the truck idle, and it is comical that as soon as I have time to make a video on it being broken, it's starting to fix itself. But I'm gonna call this a win. We'll keep you updated on the truck, but the fact that I've got no light, and I did think for a while there that the check engine light did burn out, but as we saw when we're in accessory mode, it lights up. I think she may have fixed herself. Seafoam and Italian tune-up, baby. Let's go. That's the update. I'm actually pretty excited because this is the longest it's idled, and it is dead smooth. We're back, baby. We are back, boys. So after driving around for another 30 minutes, I've got terrible Terrible news. She's back. I really thought it was fixed. This is unfortunate, but if we go ahead and scan here, one stored code P0308. I may have called it P0208 at the beginning, but she came back on while driving, and the truck is starting to shake around a little bit, which is unfortunate. It was flashing earlier. A flashing light indicates a severe misfire. This one is just indicating a misfire, but man, I thought the Seafoam and Italian tune-up did it, but unfortunately that is not the case. She is still foobarred. Sick. New motor? Do I put a new motor in it? I don't know. Anyway, that's a sad end to the video, but is what it is. She misfires. Cylinder 8. Unhappy. At least it's raining, so that's nice. Be blessed, and we'll catch you in the next one.